Now, let me give you all an example of what I'm going to be doing on TikTok. And as y'all can see right now on my regular page, I'm only at 671 followers. I'm gonna go to my pinned so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. I pinned my most viewed TikTok, which was the intro. Well, it's not my most viewed. My most viewed is this skit right here that I'm extremely proud of, by the way.
With hoes I don't see what the big deal is with hoes anyway.
Riley, all women are not hoes. We're talking 25% tops.
Okay, but if they not all hoes, then why I got to pay to take them out to eat then? I mean, I'm paying. That's payment.
Yes, I do have a bar in my house, and I felt like it was necessary to do a man-to-man kind of conversation, which is what they did on Boondocks, but they did it at the dinner table. I'm doing it at a bar, looking stressed out, and then I'm also playing the bartender that's just trying to talk some sense into him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because that's just what you do. You meet a girl, you take her out to dinner, but you're not paying the girl. You're paying the restaurant. But I'm paying, which makes her a hoe. Why don't I just give her the money I was going to spend on dinner, and that hoe can go grocery shopping?
Now, granted, it didn't do that crazy on comments, but I did get 550 likes, 29 saves, and it's my most viewed TikTok at 3,759, which is cool. For somebody that got these kind of numbers up top here. That's impressive. But you look at everything else, a few of my shits, especially the ones that got muted. I hate when they mute my good shit. I don't know what it is. I hate when they mute my good shit. But everything else was all trial and error. Everything else was all experimental. I did get consistent with the what you call it? The lip sync skits.
I'm not doing shit. Don't fuck with me today. I ain't come here to work.
One of my old jobs. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. But yeah, and then I try to experiment doing like my own little vloggy shit.
The reason why
not that one.
I went to scare kids around the neighborhood.
This was definitely a couple Halloweens ago. Obviously, it didn't do as well as everything else did, so that just lets you know, trial and error and inconsistency in between, that a lot of things didn't necessarily go the way that I would like to go. But there was a point where I decided to go into the space of sounding a little controversial, going against the grain and going against a certain party, I should say. And so I decided to dive into the male versus female gender war topic, which is one of the biggest social topics, if not the biggest social topic everybody talks about every day. So I decided to start this little series called Not to Ruffle Any Feathers, but there's some truth to it. I am going to continue this because I have a grip of topics surrounding this shit all on my phone, ones that I've created around the same time that I started this TikTok. Well, this one in particular, and new ones that I keep coming up with as time went on. The list is long, by the way. The list is long. So I'm gonna give you an example of what it's gonna look like.
Not to ruffle any feathers, but there's some truth to it. Part 1. Ladies, not all of your guy friends are trying to be your friend. You've heard a lot of us say it. You even heard the OG Steve Harvey say it. Because it's true. So you mean to tell me that out of all those 10 plus guy friends that you got and the very little female friends that you got in your circle, not one of those guy friends tried to shoot they shot? If you say no, you capping, or it just hasn't happened yet. Now don't get me wrong, there are some out there that are just cool with being your friend and your friend only. But come on, yo, we men. Like, there's a lot more out there that just want to smash. And for those that do want to smash, they'll either be straight up with it and be like, hey, yo, I like you. I find you attractive. I would like to get with you sometime. Then there's the ones that play the long game, that play the waiting game. They will be your friend, but they're going to wait for the opportunity to get in your pants. But before they do that, they got to befriend you. They have to build a close relationship with you. They have to build your trust to make sure that you're comfortable around them. Then that's when they start making their move.
Now listen, right? The only reason why I decided to start with this topic was because this was the main one that I kept hearing on an everyday basis, right? And as a man, I even knew that this was true. So the fact that I started seeing everybody else talk about it, and to me, I felt like the girls were just being so fucking delusional because there's no way y'all can't believe this shit, right? There's no way. How can y'all not see it? Well, from a guy's side of things, it's good that they don't see it because obviously that's how they make their move. That's how that's how a lot of guys try to like maneuver just to get some, you know what I'm saying? Just to get some, right? But the girls wasn't listening to me. They weren't listening. So now, I'm not going to play this whole thing, but let me show y'all what the comments are saying. Because the comments is what's really going to make y'all laugh. And it's the same way about the guys with female friends. Oh, and here go Maya. She said, and they can wait a lifetime to get that chance. You right? You know what I'm saying? Riley started laughing. Here's one woman that said facts. Here goes somebody else that said, damn, my poor guy friends, because that person didn't believe me. By the way, this was made back in 2022. And then here's somebody who I think believes me because this person said that's why I only befriend gay guys. It's a safe zone, which is why a lot of women are comfortable with gay dudes. You stand with what you said? You do? Don't you got a nigga that will still get in your pants if he gets the chance? A friend that you went to the state fair with the other day? Oh shit! Oh god! Too much! Anyways, unless it's a childhood friend. Now, childhood friend is a different ballgame. And somebody said I must be ugly because not one guy friend ever. 50% not one guy friend ever. I'm assuming this person said not one guy friend ever did that. But she has 50% gay friends and the others she's known since infants or married and are in relationships. So 50% gay friends, they're out the picture because no gay person is going to fucking touch you. That's why you have gay friends, because you are safe around them. They got feminine energy and they're not going to bust a move on you and you can feel safe around them. And then others that you've known since infants, since the sandbox, then they're not going to make a move on you either unless they turn into that Hakeem and Moesha type of thing, which happens every now and then. Or that Corey and Topanga type of thing, because they were friends since they were kids, preschoolers and shit like that. But more times than none, those type of friendships don't turn into relationships. So they're fine there. Obviously, this person said, true, I have one guy friend that has been my friend over 14 years, but other guys shot their shot. I'm not saying all of your guy friends. I didn't mean that all of your guy friends are going to do it, but there's definitely, like, if you have 20 guy friends, at least 5 of them are going to try to shoot their shot. So she had one guy friend that's been her friend for over 14 years that did not make any move on her, but other guys that she befriended did. Come on now. And he still hasn't. And it's called self-control and boundaries. You can have all the self-control you want. They're still going to wait. They're still going to play the fucking waiting game. What the fuck? That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. I can have self-control not to go to the bathroom and beat my dick right now if I'm horny. But because I want to finish this stream, I'm not going to do it. Self-control. I still want to beat my dick. The fuck? Queen Maria said, keep waiting. All right, fine. They're going to keep waiting. That means that you just won't give in on that, which is cool. And this person, Trezor, said it's true for female best friends too. Now, I kept seeing this all through the comments as well. So I had mixed emotions. I have some people that sided with what I said, and then there was people who didn't believe that or didn't want to believe that. This person right here, if y'all can see it, hold on. Her name is Josie Ray. Oh no, y'all can't. So let me scoot this up a little bit. Look at Josie Ray right here on top of my head. Yeah, learned that the hard way. One made my life hell for rejecting him. I will never have guy friends again. So yeah, this one just wasn't so lucky. Now, I knew that this was one of the topics to talk about. It was the first one that I thought of when I started the series. And then I continued it later when I saw one comment that said, do one for having girl best friends because it's the same thing as a guy. And so I spoke on it from a guy's perspective. When he's the one that gets pressed on by a female that wants to.
So I'm not really going to.
But even though it's the same for guy friends, I do agree with that. But the way that it happens is so different. It's more so the character of a person, I feel like. Who knows? But all I know is when I said this right here, look at the fucking comments. They stay getting mad when you start showing another female some love. I'm not lying. This person said I wasn't lying, and this is a fucking female. I can't even argue with you. You're right. Another female. Listen to what the fuck I said.
I'm gonna add this to the series. I'm gonna just...
Because this person said do one for having girl best friends because it's the same thing for a boy. Guess what? It is the same. However, the shit that we got to go through is completely different. And the reactions that we go through are completely different from what the women go through when their friends are shooting their shot. Let's listen in.
reply directly
To me from 3 years ago.
to it. So ladies, be glad that y'all get your own separate video. Now, when it comes to female best friends, it's kind of different because y'all move different. Because
Facts.
when it comes to having a girl best friend, girls, that's all y'all see yourselves as. It's just a best friend, nothing more, nothing less. Go back to my original video and look at the comments. Most of you girls disagreed with what I said on there, and some of y'all were very surprised at the truth when y'all looked at your own situations. So I pretty much got mixed reactions from y'all, but even still, what I'm about to say is pretty accurate. If the female best friend wants to have sex with her guy best friend, if she's the one that wants to do it, more than likely she got feelings for the dude. More than likely. Now wait, don't attack me. I know there's girls out there that want to have casual sex, but
I know more than a handful of women that are always down for some casualties. But at the same time, there's a lot more women. The more you hit it, the deeper her feelings are going to get. So what starts off as casual starts to become territorial after that. That's what I meant when I said that right there. Watch this.
90% of y'all be seeing long-term shit in y'all head if y'all have casual sex with y'all best friend and it continues to happen. Once you girls have sex with y'all best friend continuously, y'all gonna end up seeing relationships in y'all head. In y'all minds, y'all not even best friends anymore. Y'all actually boyfriend and girlfriend. He just didn't say it, but you confirmed it to yourself. Because if your guy best friend goes to you and says, no, we're not that, we'll never be that, I don't want that, your heart gonna be broken and y'all definitely not gonna be best friends no more. See, you girls only deal with guys who pretend to be your best friend just to get in your pants. Us guys deal with the complete opposite. If they're our best friend, that's all they see themselves as. And if they do fall for us, that's only if they fall for us. You know what I'm saying?
And that is a big if, by the way. That's only if. And when that happens, if you feel the same way, cool, y'all work something out. See, y'all try it out. If you don't feel the same way, hell and hot water, kiss that friendship goodbye. Nothing will ever be the same.
Now think about this.
The girls are pick-me's and the guys are hey, wait. Hey, Maya, chill. We can't say that. Those are the pick-me's though. All right, cool. All right, so that last word that you just said on that one comment, no, don't say that. That's a no. No, we can't. That's a no.
Because I know this happens sometimes. Ladies, I don't care if y'all tell me I'm wrong. I've seen this happen before. It's happened to me. I don't know how many guy best friends y'all got, but if y'all got more than 3, you fell for at least one of them. Because check out this scenario. You got a guy best friend that you've actually had a crush on for quite some time. You just don't say nothing because you don't want it to affect y'all relationship that y'all got right now. A good, nice little friendship that you don't want to ruin. Your best friend ends up getting a girlfriend. Treats him right. Beautiful in his eyes, might be beautiful to you, but you still hate her with envy. Why? Because she has him in that way and you don't. And it gets to you sometimes. Hey, us guys be dealing with that shit. Now, let me be fair. This doesn't happen to all of us, and it doesn't happen with all of you. But it happens. So I'm not...
See, I had to make sure I put that part at the end because I should have said it. When I said that, I realized I should have said that in the first video because I want to make it clear to you motherfuckers that it doesn't happen to everybody, but it does happen. It happens. I'm a guy. I've been living 28 years in this world. Even though I'm still young, I've had that shit happen to me more times than I could fucking count. That's why I'm speaking from experience. When I speak on some shit, I speak on personal experience or some shit that I've seen from afar. You see what I'm saying? Whoever decided that is too derogatory, and it's hey, I don't make the rules, bro. I don't make the rules. I'm just trying not to get banned. So please. What I should do is go on my joints so I could actually start I have to learn how to use them, because there are certain words that I could, like, if you were to type it, it will it'll just show up as like asterisk and stars and stuff. So I need to go on there and start typing in certain words that I know is against TOS, because there's no way I'm gonna let somebody ban me. No. Back to the subject though. But now that we got that cleared out the way, I'm gonna get back to doing this. So that was one of the first topics that I spoke on, and I definitely got good,
So I'm not really gonna ask.
good feedback on it. Some good number of likes, hella saves, some comments. You know what I'm saying? So once I started seeing that way more than everything else that I've ever done on TikTok. And so I need to get back to that.